now give the floor to the distinguished representative of the United Kingdom.
Thank you, Madam President. Mr. Secretary-General, let me begin by expressing our sincere thanks to you for your leadership over these past 9 years. You've steered the United Nations through an era of unprecedented global challenge with vision and resolve. Under your tenure and with our support, the UN has advanced major priorities, elevating climate action to the top of the global agenda, championing digital cooperation, and strengthening humanitarian response in times of crisis. The adoption of the Pact for the Future stands as a landmark achievement, charting a course for a more inclusive, sustainable, and resilient world order. But as you've set out this morning, there's no shortage of challenges ahead for the organization, for multilateralism, and for our planet. Your New Year's message set the tone for the months ahead. We must, as you said, get our priorities straight. We must choose people and planet over pain. And as you said so powerfully this morning, we must work full steam ahead, fully and faithfully in support of the Charter as an important living promise to the people of the world. Alongside the 3 principles you highlighted, we welcome your UN80 reform initiative and your commitment to make this organization more inclusive, more efficient, and better able to serve those who depend on it most. And we welcome your clear message today about taking that forward with continued high ambition. These efforts are essential to ensuring the UN can meet the defining challenges of our time, and the UK stands ready to work with you and all member states to advance this important agenda. Madam President, Mr. Secretary-General, this week we mark 80 years since the first General Assembly, Security Council and ECOSOC meetings held in London in January 1946. And we look forward to welcoming you to London this weekend to celebrate this important anniversary. As we reflect on this organization's first 8 decades, we recall the remarkable efforts and achievements of those first delegates who came together in the extraordinary circumstances of the aftermath of World War. And we renew their conviction that nations acting together can achieve far more than they can alone. Let us approach the year ahead in that spirit, determined to work together to deliver the progress that this world so urgently needs. Thank you.
I thank the distinguished representative of the United Kingdom. I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Germany, followed by the Russian Federation and Tajikistan.
Madam President, thank you very much. Germany fully aligns itself with the statement of the European Union. Mr. Secretary General, we thank you very much for your steadfast leadership, your continued commitment, your guidance and your clarity throughout your tenure and this morning. Our multilateral system is facing unprecedented challenges, and violations of the UN Charter are on the rise, and we must fight this trend. Our history shows that we can tackle the most pressing global challenges best through international cooperation and within a functional international order with the United Nations as its core. The questions which should guide us are: how can we restore trust? How can we ensure that the rules we all agreed on are respected? And do we have the right structures to address the challenges of the present and the future? And 3 short points on this. First, we should implement the Pact of the Future and put a strong focus on UN reform. In the Pact that Namibia and Germany had the honor to facilitate, our heads of state and governance recognize that our deeply interconnected challenges can only be addressed collectively and pledge to uphold international law and the Charter's principles. And therefore, within the UN80 process, we should place a strong focus on structural changes that make the UN fit for purpose and ensure these goals. Secondly, let us learn from the many successes of the United Nations and build on what has worked well. I would just like to mention 2 short things. In many, many countries, the UN has helped to provide accountability and made a lasting contribution to peace and stability. And some former recipients of UN stabilization efforts now share these experiences with others. Just by way of example, and I would like to commend these countries, we are delighted that Sierra Leone just concluded a successful non-permanent membership on the Security Council, and we are looking forward to Liberia's term on the Council. And as I chair the Peacebuilding Commission, and had the honor to chair it, I would like to underline that many countries are actively engaging with the PBC to support each other, share national prevention strategies, and showcase how they stabilized their own countries. We do have the instruments that we need. And thirdly, Let us show solidarity with those in need, and the UN is at the forefront of this, in humanitarian assistance as well as in peace and security, and our efforts in Haiti underscore this. Where common will prevails, bold action can be taken, as the Security Council decision establishing the gang suppression force shows, and Germany will support this very much. We have committed $46 million to the trust fund. Madam President, Secretary General, colleagues, this organization has been founded on not to further individual causes, but a common interest. Let's work for that. Thank you very much.
I thank the distinguished representative of Germany. I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of the Russian Federation.
Уважаемая госпожа председатель, благодарим генсекретаря за представление приоритетов. Согласны с тем, что он работает во все более сложных условиях. Россия выступает за укрепление центральной роли